Yo, 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 Big Kish back up in here. We about to go over these songs that Drake just dropped. One called No Face, one called something, and the other one called something else. I only heard the No Face one, and it sounds repetitive. It's almost like he's trying to use witchcraft. Remember, I always say this: repetition is the father of learning. So what they do is try to drill it in people's head, like, yeah, like Drake is back. Drake is back. Him saying the wait as many times as he said no face on the song, it's almost like he's trying to reach those young guys. Because when you talking, a lot of them young guys that's in the streets, when they talking, they be like, yeah, I did this, with the mask on. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even see my face. And then what they gonna do? They gonna rap the lyrics from Drake. No face, no face, no face, no. I could imagine them. I could imagine them sitting on somebody's couch, rolling up blunts, talking about no face. I can imagine it. This is how they, cause I was once young. You know what I'm saying? And I know how our men get down. You know what I mean? But enough of that. I don't like holding y'all. We just gonna get into it, man. Let's get it.
Now, despite dropping 11 whole songs since his self-proclaimed conclusion of his beef with Kendrick Lamar, for some reason, Drake is still trying to run around and clear his name of any of the harm and damage that has been done to him this summer, and just after releasing 3 new solo songs that just finished their first week of official tracking, which based on where those songs charted on the Billboard Hot 100, we can already see that the hype for new Drake music has never been lower. And now, despite all of the signals telling Drake to just lay
Has never been lower. Right here, man. Who y'all think Drake praying to? Which one of them you think got him praying? He's surrounded by people who was raised by their grandmothers, raised by their, mothers and, family that really got that spiritual background. Somebody's telling him, yo, you need to pray us out, bro.
lay down and sit back for a while. This has not stopped him from releasing more music, as he has given us another 3-pack of songs, and now with this collection of tracks, one of the cuts is the official release of the Super Soak leak that Kai Cenat previewed, which is now titled SOD. And while Drake has put out this track that has been sitting in his vault for a while, what's interesting to note is that Lil Yachty is no longer on it. But now in addition to this, instead of having someone like 21 Savage take a hit for him and diss Kendrick Lamar like we saw on his last release of music as the leading artist with his track It's Up, Drake has finally decided to speak directly to Kendrick Lamar and everything that has happened in their beef for the first time with his new track No Face, which happens to feature Playboy Cardi. And now with this cut, what's interesting is that based on Drake's lyrics, this is the first song he has released in months that was definitively recorded after his beef with Kendrick Lamar, and that is actually trying to address everything that went down in a way that is somewhat direct in order to finally move on. And after trying to
What if he got to go under the radar and he really can't speak direct to Kendrick Lamar because of UMG? Because it really don't make no sense. You coming out with disses and you already took your disses down. Like UMG made you take your disses down, and you still coming out with disses. I don't know. You probably just want to fall back because your handlers won't let you battle, bro.
distract people from what happened for so long. I mean, I guess this is worth something. But now when it comes to delivering on opening up about the most important rap beef of the entire century and trying to spin the narratives masterfully crafted against you by Kendrick right back on him, this is a much more challenging task. And when it comes to how Drake responded to all this here, on a song that just from its musicality and atmosphere has much darker production than he has been on recently and has vocals from him that sound a little more lively than the near robotic performances he has been phoning in on a lot of what we have heard this summer, Drake has set the stakes higher from the absolutely incredibly low bar he has been at. But now when it comes to actually making a good moment for the first time in months, things got a lot more complicated, as Drake's response to Kendrick Lamar and everything that went down is a lot more interesting. And now to initially set the scene, on the first verse of this track, Drake starts to let us into his actual headspace for a change, and instead of just trying to gaslight listeners and act like nothing happened in his career recently, right off the bat, he is at least acknowledging the tensions that have been lingering around and calls out Kendrick Lamar and also a lot of other people he is beefing with like Future and Metro Boomin, as he says, I gotta know, how you get lit off the person you hated on. And now off rip, this is a clear dig at Kendrick and a diss track that is designed to be a banger and not like us, as Drake is trying to flip things and say that Kendrick is the weird one for making an anthem about the guy he hates. And then following this up, Drake questions the legitimacy of the success and numbers Kendrick has pulled off with his diss tracks, and especially not like.
Look, I'm gonna say this, man. He about one more diss track away from Kendrick putting his ass back in the dirt. For real. Hey.
Like us, as he says. Numbers untouchable, they got the data wrong. And this seems like Drake is trying to accuse Kendrick of using bots to stream Not Like Us and run up its numbers to become the most streamed diss track of all time, which was an allegation that was thrown Kendrick's way following the beef, and then trying to make himself sound bigger than all of this conflict. Drake says, "This is the moment I know they've been praying on, trying on the boy, but F it, I'm staying on." And then now in the rest of this verse, everything Drake says following here is pretty much just flattering himself and hyping up the fact that he is about to do something insane, which after almost 15 tracks following this beef, it is kind of hard to believe that Drake would still be saying this and trying to create hype, instead of just actually doing it, but now later in this track. On the second verse, Drake gets a lot more personal as he goes into more depth about what is going on in this moment in his career and life, as he says, "Cause I keep on talking about beefing and business and money and women. It's no diagnosis, they emptied the clip." And with these lines, Drake is pretty much acknowledging what happened. It is saying that Kendrick, Future, Metro Boomin, and everyone else who came at him went all out with everything they had and tried to destroy him. And while this may seem like an admission of defeat initially, Drake quickly switches things up here as he says, "Quick switch that out and I came back reloaded. I'm just so happy that people who envied and held that stuff in got to finally showing. I'm over the moon, yeah, we'll see you boys soon. I'm spreading my wings, I hop out cocoon. I'm studio trapping, I'm locked in the room." And now with this, these are the biggest disses on the entire track, as Drake is trying to diminish what Kendrick Lamar especially pulled off, as he tries to make their rivalry seem like this one-sided hatred on Kendrick's end, and again, by acting like he's happy that people who don't like him have found success by musically attacking him. Drake is trying to make himself sound like he is bigger than all of this, but as in the end of the verse, he is clearly alluding to the fact that he is not done with this situation and something will be coming to settle the score and get revenge. He kind of contradicts his emotions, but regardless, what is definitive here is that Drake is using this track as a warning shot.
He need to stop letting academics write for him, bro.
To all the rappers who went against him, but especially Kendrick Lamar. And now with all of this, while if this was the first song Drake released since the end of the beef, or a prelude or teaser to something actually coming, it may have been a decent move, but at this point, as Drake has pretty much given us an album's worth of features and singles this summer that have all had little to no impact on the entire landscape of music, which is a first in his career, I think in this overblown vanity track where he is clearly trying to reignite a beef with guys who clearly beat him, I think the question we all have to ask is, why is Drake still sitting here and hyping up what he is gonna do instead of just actually going out and doing it? I mean, for all intensive purposes, the clock has expired for Drake, and he is being pushed further and further out of anyone's good graces with every day that passes. So with all this controversy and scrutiny that he's been facing, and on top of all the damage from the battle with Kendrick,
I think he dropping music and then going to look at the numbers. He's looking at the analytics, seeing what works and what don't work. And none of it's working. None of it's working. Somebody got him praying in this. Somebody made him pray right here.
Because of all the bad songs he has given us this summer,
"Cause you lied about religious views,"
which has created a narrative that Drake has lost his touch and is never going to get it back. Why is he doing nothing but just pretending that he is plotting? Because while this song isn't necessarily bad, this or any of the other Drake songs are not going to send waves into the music industry like any other Drake singles just months before this would. And as we hear another track from Drake that is showing us, after all he said and all the reports about how he was unfazed about this entire beef and controversy that was surrounding him, that he really is still fixated on what happened and is plotting his revenge, and as the lyrics reveal, it's all that's on his mind. He is just making himself look more pathetic because he is running around without any sort of identity and has now dropped all ounces of integrity and purpose out the window and is going to throw out anything out the wall until it sticks, becomes a hit, or just helps fix his reputation a little bit. But now overall with this new song and this entire new drop, as people are caring less and less about Drake's new music in general, and the only real part of this 3-pack that is getting attention is the song No Face, because Drake is trying to stir the pot with everyone who shook his entire legacy. As the best disses Drake threw out here were about how his rivals are obsessed with him and that they should be scared because he is gonna return and get revenge, which is all just so vague. And then knowing that last time Drake did try to go head on with Kendrick, he made himself the laughing stock of the music industry as he made one of the worst diss tracks of all time in the Heart Part 6. All in all, right now, while this song is stirring up all the beef that went down between Drake and the music world just because he is poking the people who attacked him and is trying to make them fear the fact that, according to him, he's never been better and never been more ready to get revenge. As every single other thing about Drake, from his destroyed reputation, deflated streaming numbers, and flopping songs, are telling us otherwise. All of this is just coming a little too late, and as Kendrick Lamar was allegedly unfazed when he heard Family Matters, I'd imagine that when he hears this, if he ever does, he will just be laughing harder than ever about it. So now, with all this said, let me know your thoughts on Drake's new diss track towards
Yeah, I will leave a comment, link in the description. Fantastic hip hop. He stay with those bangers, you know what I mean? But I mean, it's the same thing. He need to just chill. That no, like I said before, that No Face is one of them repetitive songs that get it stuck in your head. That's why I don't, you know what I'm saying? I listen to it, but I ain't gonna keep listening to it because I know what it was meant to do. And only people that's not woke will sit up there and keep, oh, this the initial, you know what I'm saying? Your first thought would be like, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it. But once you keep on listening to it over and over and you start getting that no face, 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 it's gonna get stuck in your head. It's just the way the mind works. That's just the way the mind works. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, they definitely taking a different route with that. Man, he should just fall back, man. He really just need to get with 50 Cent and do some acting or something like that, or I don't know. You got to fall back. It's too much allegations coming out with him messing with, you know, minors. Well, however old they are, it's just too much. The rabbit hole is still going deeper and deeper. He need to, you know what I'm saying? He just gonna have to chill for real, for real. He gonna have to chill, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Get these likes up too. Get them subscribers up so we can go ahead and, you know what I mean? So we could go ahead and do this giveaway. Man, look, bro, I've been up since like 3, bro. Look, I've been up since 3, bro. I be doing this. I be doing this for y'all, bro. It's 4:28 in the morning. I've been up since like 2:33. You know what I'm saying? Just researching. Listen, the least y'all could. I don't even be asking y'all to donate to the channel. I don't even be asking y'all to donate to the channel. The only thing I ask y'all subscribe so we go ahead and do this giveaway. And the giveaway ain't for me; it's for y'all. You know, I just want to get it over with. But yeah, let's get up to let's get to 1,000 likes, y'all. Come on, let's put that work. If I'm putting work in, y'all could put some work in. You know what I mean? But yeah, Big Kish signing out. I'm gone.